Well, Turkey Day is next week. Now, there are some foods that can ruin the meal for you. Dr. Vasu Apalanini is here to tell us which ones can trigger heartburn and the dreaded acid reflux. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Before we talk about some of those foods you might want to avoid, might ruin your Turkey Day meal, what is actually happening with heartburn and with acid reflux? What's happening inside of us?
Acid reflux is a common phenomenon all of us experience every day, mostly after eating meal. But not everybody have symptoms after eating, but some do. And you wanted to recognize what the symptoms are and try to get it taken care of.
And you're holding a organ in your hands. It's a stomach, actually, right?
Yes, it is.
So it brews down in the stomach and comes up the esophagus, is that right?
Right. So I'll open the stomach so we can see things better. This is our esophagus, the stomach, and then the small bowel. We all eat food, it comes through the esophagus, and when it comes into the stomach, most of the times it stays in the stomach. But we have a little sphincter here called the lower esophageal sphincter, which helps as a valve so that the food doesn't go up, reflux back up as easy as it should be. All of us do reflux so that the food goes down. Otherwise, it would be tighter over there.
And then sometimes it lets it back up.
Back up.
Okay.
And there are certain lifestyle habits, foods, that we do that makes things worse.
Let's show some foods that you want to avoid. Okay, here we go. Caffeine and alcohol can cause this, right?
That's
as well
right.
as chocolate, garlic, and onions. These are bad foods that can cause it. Not that you want to avoid them altogether, but too much of it might be a problem, correct?
Correct, yeah. There are certain foods, especially caffeine, anything that has carbonation. Carbonation brings the acid up along with it. Chocolate, peppermint, so try to watch these around the holiday
And
times.
here's a myth that I didn't know about. I thought spicy foods always cause this. You say not necessarily.
Not necessarily all the time. I don't think it's... Some people have trouble with certain kinds of food. It could be trouble in you, may not be in me. So each person is different. Along with the spicy foods, the other things that go along with that are smoking, alcohol, what are you doing along with the spicy foods? All the different lifestyle habits that can trigger your acid reflux symptoms.
Definitely want to pay attention to this because it could be something that leads to esophageal cancer. So you want to make sure you check in with your doctor if you're experiencing this too much. But we want to go to fox45down.com for much more information on this. Doctor, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it, especially this time of year. That's great advice.